Hey guys, it has been a little bit of time since the last one because of the holidays, so I hope everyone had a great time. And this is, I don't know, January is the reset month. Everyone's like, oh, I'm going to do something new and different. And so probably the biggest question I've gotten the last few weeks is how do I motivate myself to do stuff, right? In this case, how do I motivate myself to work out? So these are 10 things you can do. Some of them you're going to find, wow, that's easy. I can totally do that. And if one or two resonates with you, that's great. Do it and it'll start. Some of these things I do, and I'll let you know what I do and how I do it so that you can see maybe a real life application. But so the first one, and I've mentioned this before, is accountability. So call a friend and work out with a friend. So if it's going to be walking, if you're going to go to the gym, whatever it is, call someone, text them, hey, let's go do, right? There's a couple things that happens in that. One, you get accountability. One, you have a small public announcement that someone will, again, watch for you. They'll keep you accountable, but they're also going to be there, so you don't want to let them down. So there's several things going on there. Some would be if you didn't show up and it kind of makes you feel guilty, right? So there's a lot of things going on, but calling a friend is probably the easiest. It's free, doesn't really cost. Everybody should have somebody out there that they can say, hey, let's go walk. Even your dog. Hey, dog, I'm going to go walk. Let's do this thing, right? Do it with a friend, right? Next one. This is a little bit more complicated, but if you don't have somebody that's interested in working out, book a session. So we do no sweat intros at the gym, and probably a ton of other gyms do this. You could just have a conversation, right? So, hey, I'd like to come talk about fitness. Let me book a time, put it on the calendar. I'm going, right? If you do it with us, what happens is at the time right now, what happens is you text us or you put it in there, hey, I'm interested. You'll get a text or email super fast because we have a system to do that does that. And then Coach Jamie or I or one of the other coaches, usually Jamie, follows up with a text and then a video text saying, hey, we're really interested in meeting you here. This is us for real. Come meet us, a real person. Let's talk, right? So what that does is it gets it on your calendar. Same idea as calling a friend. There is a commitment to the future and you put it on a calendar. I'm going to do this thing, right? Don't make it super scary. If you're super scared about going in, our gym does a no sweat intro, so come and just talk to us, right? Can I work out afterwards? Maybe so. Can I row? Can I see what people are doing? At least get your foot in the door. So set an appointment. If you want to be a little bit more aggressive, hey, I'd like to do a one-on-one with you at the gym. You may think to yourself, well, that's not aggressive. That's easy. I don't want anyone to see what I'm doing. So can I do a one-on-one? Yep. At our gym, CrossFit Garage, we do personal training, so you can totally do that. We have a lot of people, actually almost everybody starts that way with us. And it's a way to feel a bit more comfortable about who you are. The weird thing is, in most gyms, nobody is going to naysay you or put you down. They want you there, and they were you when they started, right? So it's usually a good experience. You just have to step through and realize it's not like high school reunion. There is no bad feelings. Everybody, it's more like an AA meeting. Everyone's like, oh man, I'm glad you're here. We were there too. Let's do this thing, right? Maybe not AA, sorry. That's probably not that's probably not nothing like that. But you know what I mean? People want you to be there and they want to support you, okay? So another one that I'm not a big fan of this one, but so anyway, it does work. Put on your workout clothes and then you're like, hey, I'm in these clothes and they fit or they don't and I need to get them fit. Or I'm already dressed, I might as well go, right? So the couple ways that works. I think a better one, if you're going to do I put this on and it fits or it doesn't fit is if you're a lady, or I guess a guy, have that dress that you want to wear or you did wear that you really like, put it on. How does it feel? So the scale can lie to you. Muscle weighs more than fat. If you're gaining muscle, the scale's going to lie. But putting on that dress and understanding how it makes you feel or that slacks, those jeans, whatever it is, that doesn't lie to you. And I guess unless you put it in the dryer for a long time and shrunk that thing, right? Or someone's playing a cruel game on you. But putting on those clothes, the workout clothes, or just some sort of set of clothes you'd like to get into, bathing suit, whatever, is a great motivator. I will say though, if you do, I have seen this backfire. You put on that piece of clothing and then so in your mind, this is not what I intended to talk about, but this is a good point. In your mind, you typically are going to have the critic. You need to kill the critic. The critic says, you're no good. You can't do that. You're too fat. You're too whatever. Just fill in the blank. You're just not. So a critic, Siskel and Ebert, right? The movie guys, they don't tell you how to make the movie better. They just say, hey, it was good. Or man, that sucked. And that's just what they do. They're a critic. critics are by nature mean because they give you just negative feedback. They don't tell you how to do the rest. So what you want to do in your head is build up the coach. So if you put on that thing and you get that negative response, don't do that anymore. That's why I don't like that one. Instead, you want to build up inside of your head the coach. The coach says, hey, you're not healthy yet, but you can be. And this is how. So yet, right? Throw in a yet. Or you're not healthy. How can we become healthy? How? It's a great word for problem solving. All right. Next one, and I'm looking at my list on the side. Yep. So I've used this for myself and other friends. Just come in and do the warm-up. That's it. And then when you're there, you're like, I did the warm-up, might as well do the rest. So I know that in some of the workouts that we have set up for the day, the workout of the day at the gym, everyone does pretty much the same thing. I can't do that. So I'm like, well, I don't know. I'll just go in and talk to my friends. And then when I get in there and I tell the coach, like, yeah, so because of my knee from that race, I just can't. And they're like, oh, well, subscale modify. I'm like, oh, yeah, I could totally do that. So I meet the people, have a lot of fun, some smiles, make some quirky comments, and I still get a good workout because the coach knows what they're doing. That's the great part about having a coach. So you can tell yourself, I'm just going to do the warm-up. Or you literally can just do the warm-up. I know there's a story of in one of the books I've listened to where a guy's like, I'm just going to get in the car. And he did. And the next day, I'm just going to drive down the road, okay? So what he's doing is creating the habit of going. So if you know, and this is later on too, but if you set it up as a habit, I go after work, which I think is coming up, but I will go right into that one. So go after work, go after breakfast, go after the kids get out of school, go after you wake up, go, right? So make it a thing that you do with the step of the habit, the cue of the habit is, I came home from work. Well, everyone finishes work or comes home from work or the kids come, right? There's a cue somewhere in there that can be the launch for you. So this happens every day. That cues me into the ritual of working out and the reward of all of the stuff that I get, right? So that's a good one. Think about how you feel after the workout. That's a good one. So when was the last time you worked out? Did you feel better after that? I mean, yeah, I did. So I like to journal those cases or use your phone and video yourself. Like, hey, I just worked out. It was great. I hated, I didn't really want to go in. And then I went, people were fun. I sweated, I smiled, I survived. It was good. I like it. And then play that back to yourself. So again, killing the critic and helping the coach take over. Not a big fan of this one either, but give yourself a healthy reward, or a reward, so hopefully healthy. So I'm not a big fan of cheat days. Like, oh, I eat healthy and clean 6 days a week, but on the seventh day, God made light and ice cream. And you just, so I don't know, sort of semi like undoing all your hard work. I do like rewards, maybe something different or something kind of on the healthiest side. So it's the idea of the power of habit. So I have a cue, I have the ritual, and then I have the reward. If the workout itself can't be the reward, then come up with something. I will do this and then take somebody from the gym to lunch or whatever. I don't know. Go talk with a friend. Come up with a good, healthy reward. It is a good system, rewarding system. I'm not a huge fan of that, but that's just me. So that one may resonate with you. I do like going straight after this. So like for me, typically I'll drop the kids off at school and I'll go directly to the gym, or some fashion like that. Like I send them all off to school because now my kids drive, so they just put a pile in the car. I send them off and then I go to the gym. So there is a queuing for that, and that works great for me. The other one that I do a lot, and I like this one, is lay out your workout clothes the night before so everything's ready to go. So that I do mostly because my wife, the sixth love language in that book, 5 Love Languages, is sleep, which who knew, right? So my wife loves sleep. So I try to honor that and let her sleep. And I wake up early, see the gray hair. I'm becoming that guy. At 6 a.m., boop, I'm awake. So I have all of my stuff on the side right there. Hey, Melinda, right there, ready to go. So I wake up, scoop it all up, walk out into the kitchen, and then start getting dressed, which I guess is probably bad. I probably shouldn't walk around the house like that. But I have all of that stuff ready to go. Or if I'm going to do like a customer meeting, then I'll have my workout gear packed up in a bag already ready, so there's no excuse. So I like doing that, setting up things ahead of time, because of it takes away that worry of thought, right? So I forgot what it's called when you take away those choices. So at night I grab the clothes, I put them down, no more choices. I've already made it, right? So I prep myself the night before. It's like when people do meal prep, right? They prep on Sunday. They have all those choices already taken out. Another one that I really like, this works great for those who are social media buffs, but tell the world. So it's like calling a friend, but it's bigger. You're like, hey, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and whatever else is out there, I am going to go to the gym today. Please text me, Instagram me, PM me, whatever, at 3 o'clock and ask me, did I go? Because if I didn't, I'm going to have to tell all of you no, and that's going to be embarrassing. So I want to tell you yes, right? So not just make it public, but have a reaction, an action from the other people around you so that you then have to respond. That's an amazing one. That social pressuring is, I guess I'm not a big fan of the pressure, but I know many of us use that. So if you state a goal out loud and everybody hears it, I mean, it kind of really makes you want to do it. At least it does for me. That's that type of person. Last one, and we do this as a gym, whether it's CrossFit, personal training, or whatever we're doing, but we always track and measure everything. Matter of fact, we break workouts apart. So like today, the workout was some squat cleans and burpees. So it was a mixture. It was an EMOM every minute on the minute. You do some stuff, and then at 15 minutes, we were done. Unless you were some people like Eric Richards who took a break in the middle somewhere. And the workout had an amount, so you do 150 reps of all of that stuff. But then we would put a little bright spot, something you could track, which was, well, how many squat cleans did you do? And so you can take note of that. So we try to put a lot of tracking options into what we do because trial and error is, I don't know, if you're looking for a filament for a light bulb, sure, trial and error, 10,000 different things. But if you kind of know what you're doing, test and measure. That's a better one. So test yourself and measure it. So that's great. Hey, Danny. So Coach Danny, she's awesome. So test and measure. So in the workout, you want to see where you are and what you're doing. And it's great because then when you come back and do the same workout, I don't know, 6 months down the road, you have a measurement and you're like, oh, well, how about that? I just went faster, have more weight, whatever. And it gives yourself a PR, personal record. And it's great to be able to do that. So, hey, Amanda, it's also great for soccer. So my kids do this for soccer and it's been tremendous. So Amanda, get Ava in here. Actually, Ansley was in here today crushing it. While her dad rested, she just totally crushed it. So there you go. Anyway, those are some 10 things you can do. If you ever need help, don't hesitate to call, text, or email. I'm best on email, but I've helped a few more people over the break find the gym that was good for them. I don't care where you work out, or go to get health and fitness, just go somewhere. At our gym, we really double down on coaching, mentoring, and accountability. So if you need help, right? And we try to fill the gym up with people who are or becoming happy, humble, helpful people who want to be healthy and fit now as well as when we're 90. Another key portion of what we're trying to do is to make you the hero of your own story. So we don't want you to have to buy the thing, the food product or the whatever, and that's what makes you fit and healthy. We want to empower you with all the knowledge and the habits. So on the habits, I'll actually link this on there. We're doing a habits-based nutrition program to kickstart your new year. So if you can just find one habit that increases your health by 1% and you do it for 12 months, that's 12%. Like if it increased or decreased whatever by 1% every month, that's 12%. So you've affected your body by 10% by the end of the year. What different would you look like? How different would you look or feel if you could just have that one habit? So in this habit-based nutrition Kickstarter, you're going to learn these things. So whether it's like Evan, my son, who's like, I want to be bigger. So, okay, here's a habit. When you walk by the kitchen, eat some peanut butter, baby. So we're loading him up. Or conversely, if you're trying to lose weight, you can do that too. There's simple things in this nutrition world that habits, just like we talked about being motivated, can really help you. So anyway, I'll link that so you guys can see it. But you can fuel yourself for sports or, I want to grow or I want to shrink or whatever. It's pretty much you can't out-sweat a bad nutrition practice. So start with some good habits there. All right, guys, I'm here for you. Take care.